Okay, here's a couple for you that don't involve thievery or malicious damage. Alright, one of them, in fact many of them, include accidents I've had either on my scooter or my motorbike. Like I said, I've crashed my motorbike that has since been stolen 3 times. There's karma for you. The universe has to level itself out, you know. You do bad things happen to you. Most recent one, I crashed into the back of a car when I was fucked up on Xanax. I'd bought 10 of them and 8 Valium or something, as well as my usual dose of 4 Xanax and 5 Valium. So I was on a shitload of pills, benzodiazepam they call them. And you know, they're actually sleepers, and they're meant to calm you down. But once you reach a certain effect, they make you a bit manic, and instead of being calm, you get hyped up and crazy. You medical people know about this one. But I was riding my motorbike. You know, no helmet, no license, no registration, no number plate, nothing. Okay, and you know, just riding around the streets like I usually do. Crashed into the back of a car. The car was parked. I left the scene with my, front wheel guard, like kind of almost attached to my tire. But I had to get the fuck out of there as soon as possible. So, despite the fact that the front wheel was barely turning, the back wheel, you know, motorbikes are powered by the back wheel, obviously, so I got about a kilometre away and kind of stashed my motorbike in the hospital. Not good. But then, you know, in fact, I must say, all 3 times I've crashed my motorbike, it's been on the drug Xanax. In fact, I've had a lot of accidents in my time, from normal bicycles to skateboards to motor scooters to motorbikes to cars. I've pretty much crashed about every vehicle you can drive, apart from things like tractors and stuff like that. I've got a good skateboarding stack for you. When I was working at a primary school, there was a big road that leads downhill to the train station, and I used to take my skateboard to school. That's why the kids think I was so cool. That's why I've got this enjoy skateboarding thing on. I don't do it anymore. I'm too old. I'm too mature. Now I ride a motor scooter. Okay, no, anyway, so I was going down this street, and I was kind of zigzagging down this street. It's quite steep, you know, so like, unless you want to kind of kill yourself by going straight down, you got to go left to right. And there's rarely any traffic there, but this woman had come zooming around like this. There's just one kind of corner, and as I went around the corner, I made it about 50 meters past the corner, and this woman came zooming around, and she obviously saw me zigzagging along. And when I crossed to the right side, because obviously we drive on the left in Australia, she tried to zoom past me on the left, just as I zigzagged back to the left. Now, I hit this car. She was going probably 45 k's an hour, which is fast enough, you know. And luckily I didn't hit the front of the car, otherwise I would have been fucked. But I hit the side of the car, and I just fucking flipped. I like somersaulted in the air. Somehow I hit the back of her car, like it was a little hatchback. I banged my head on the back of a hatchback. There were two girls walking home, like 2 school kids from the school I was working at. They saw it all. They were fucking screaming. They, you know, thought I was fucked. But just as you do with the adrenaline pumping, when you have an accident, you just get straight up just to make sure you're all right. And you know, I fucked my wrist, you know, for weeks. I mean, you know, I didn't break it or anything, but it was a lot of pain. And you know, I had a bit of a go at the woman for such reckless driving. She had a bit of a go at me for being an idiot on a skateboard. A couple of weeks later, I got a bloody letter from the NRMA, which is our kind of road and traffic authority, kind of insurance agency, saying I had to pay $700 for the damage to her car. Which reminds me of another thing, a scooter accident I had. I was zooming down, I came to a kind of intersection with a roundabout, and see, I had right of way because if the cars are coming from the right, you let them through. If they're coming from the left, you have right of way. So I actually did have right of way, and so, you know, I saw the car. I thought she saw me, so I kept going. But then I crashed into the side, like, oh man. She came through the roundabout. I crashed into the side of this car so hard that it left a dent about that deep in her car from my body. Because, like, as I turned, like, I didn't want to hit with the front of the scooter and fly over the top, so I kind of turned my body and, like, you know, my whole kind of, like, side, like, kind of side of my backside, like, just dented the whole car. It was, yeah, it was incredible, actually, the damage that a body can do to a car at not even such a high speed. I mean, this scooter only went about 50 k's an hour, and I probably wasn't traveling that speed. In fact, I seriously doubt I was. Otherwise, I think I'd probably be dead colliding with a moving object at 50 k's an hour. Anyway, that was something else I got a fine in the mail for. But there's been so many scooting accidents, I'm having trouble remembering them all. I mean, there's been 2 car accidents I've had on a scooter. I've had 1 car accident where I've crashed into a car on a bike. One of the funniest stories on the scooter, as in more funny to watch, because it wasn't so dangerous, but it hurt just as much, was when I was scooting along the footpath. And this time I was going fast. I was going, you know, yeah, about 40 k's an hour, and there's for some reason, okay, there was a bus stop, all right. So I had to drive around the bus stop, and I went behind it onto the grass, and they built a little wall, like you know, two bricks high. Don't know why. Maybe it houses a tap or something, but I didn't see it because it was quite dark, and I hit this bloody brick at full speed, and I fucking Supermaned it for like 3 what am I saying, like 3 or 4 meters. I bloody flew, like I fucking flew, like the bike was, the scooter was fucked, like the whole thing was just bent out of shape, like it was not rideable anymore, and you know. Yeah, I did do this Superman and landed and grazed myself up all over. Yeah, bicycle accident, same thing as the scooter accident. I was on a bike riding along. I had right of way through a roundabout, and this guy just came in and bashed into him. Told him to roll down his window, and I kind of had a go at him, saying, "What are you doing?" Because in Australia we're meant to ride our bicycles on the road. Whereas the scooter was my fault, the bicycle accident was his fault. So, you know, I kind of had to go at him, but, you know, I can take heart in the fact that I damaged his car. Kidding, of course. I don't like to do damage to anyone's property, unless their tree obstructs my view. So, this has gone on for 6.5 minutes. The stories have been quite boring. I just thought I'd tell you some things while I can remember. I'll make another video now that's a bit more upbeat. But I just woke up, so, you know, kind of trying to get it together. Okay. Word to your mothers.